afternoon, Miss. Good afternoon, classmates. Today, my group is going to present the leaflet that is the project of the second term about the school and university project. My group is conformed by Fabricio Delgado, Angela Beriñana, Matías Jiménez, María Fernanda Blácido, and me, Camila Turpo.
Angelo, can you put, okay. To introduce the second semester, first I need to relate the conceptual understanding. That first is key concept, and it is culture. It is related because culture develops our personalities, and we investigate much cultures in this project. Then is related concept, that is context and point of view. And it is related because every student have different perspective or point of view in this project. Also, finally, is global context, that is orientation in space and time. And it is related because every student that investigate a different department have different cultures and different historical of each. Then is the statement of inquiry, that it is a personal cultural identity comes from his country's social, historical, and cultural background.
Here we have the inquiry questions, the factual, dividable, and conceptual questions that we are going to answer after each activity of the PPT. The first one, that is the factual, we're going to answer after the theme of My Name is Peru. Then the dividable that we're going to answer after the TCK activity. And the last one, that is the conceptual question that we are going to answer after the leaflet and the infographics.
The criteria that we work were the criterion A, that it is the visual text, and the criterion D, that is to write the text. Also, we use 4 HL skills and 4 IABI tools.
Here we have the inquiry cycle, that is the cycle that we follow to do the leaflet and the process of the PPT. First, we have the first step, that is inquiry, that we search about the worksheets, the things that we can put in our leaflet. Then is the action part, that we do our leaflet, put all the information that we did before in the inquiry part. Then is the reflection, that is the last part in which we do the metacognition, and we answer 5 questions about the process of the leaflet.
Now we start with the research, with the first theme, that is globalization. In this theme, we work one worksheet, and we found 3 questions that were: how global are we? What does it mean to be global? And what are the positive and negative effects of the globalization? Angelo, can you pass, please? Here we have a diagram of globalization, that the clearest example is the soccer. Camila, can you talk us more about the strategies that we use to work in this term?
Yes. As the main item that we use was the book, in which we have to take out some text that we read in some worksheets, and also we have to take out some poems that we have also to answer some questions about it.
Also, we use a virtual notebook where we guide us to take information that the Miss bring us. Also, we have the portfolios where we store our worksheets and the Miss can verify it. And finally, we use the virtual classroom where we collect all the worksheets.
The name of our bimester was My Name is Peru. And this also has the main idea of the work we did at last. That was how the Peruvian identity can stick to us. We did different worksheets, such as the music quiz. Music quiz worksheet was one of we arranged different informations um, about the Peruvian music in different departments. Then we had a project introduction chart. It was more of the same. We chose a Peruvian department, we investigated about it, and we also arranged some information about it, such as the location or the population. Then we did the food chart. The food chart was more of the same, but this time was about food such as famous typical dishes, native crops, or famous chefs.
We also did our worksheet about music. Um, we did this worksheet from each our different departments in which we put the type of music, such as for example in Pune, there are two main types of music, the linear and the folkloric music. Then we also put our famous singers, our famous dances, and our more famous instruments. We also did our first verification. This verification was an article, and in this article we need to put five of our main traditions in our department. Now I'm going to answer our first inquiry question, the factual question. Our factual question said, what is culture and how do people express their love for their country? Well, culture is the art and oral manifestation of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. People can express their feelings by speaking, explaining, dancing, etc.
Then we have the second theme that we did in our PPT, in our project, in our process of the leaflet that was cultural diffusion, that is part of inquiry. For this part, we have our first worksheet that was cultural diffusion, in which the miss put us in groups, and then we have to read the text that is there. So then we have to answer some questions related to the text. As the second worksheet, we have to do something similar that the miss put us here in groups or 2 and 3. We have to first answer some questions over our own experience. Then we have to do our own poem. In this case, I'm going to start Matthias' poem. The mother tongue. Catch it and let it go. Seems a bit rough. Seems a bit to feel nostalgia hitting your heart enough. Forget it, much before it is necessary. Catch it and let it go. Figure it out. Your mouth, have any doubts. Means a whole new world. From your heart to toes seems a bit tough and a bit old. Yet I promise you is better. Everyone knows that is written in bold. Much before you decide to let it go. No matter, no note, won't go anywhere. I am part of you. Don't you worry. On the who, what, or where, I will always stick with you. Matias Jimenez.
Now we have the TCK, where we work 3 worksheets and we describe and we resolve what it is a TCK. In the first worksheet, we work about where is home and how a TCK feel in that moment. A TCK is a fair cultural kit that it's explained as how where is home. For a TCK, home is where they feel comfort or they have their family. In the second worksheet, we have the activity 1, where we work more about a TCK and we analyze a TED Talk. Angelo, can you pass? Here we have the TED Talk, where we analyze a man that experienced that moment of a TCK. Angelo, can you pass, please? Now we have the TCK activity 2, where we analyze a poem of Grace Nichols. Now I'm going to say the poem. Island Man. Morning. An island man wakes up to the sound of loose surf in his head. The, the steady breaking and booming. Wild seabirds and fishermen pushing out to sea. The sun surfacing defiantly from the east of his small emerald island. He always come back growly, come back to sands of a grey metallic sword, to surge of will, to do nor circular roar. Muffling, his crumpled pillow waves, Island Man heaves himself. Another London day. Now we have the debatable question that it means how does the world see us. I think that the world sees us in different perspectives. For someone, we have the best food of the world, and for other ones, we have different characteristics. Now, Angelo, can you tell us more about our main project in this term?
Sure. So, as you all know, our main project was the leaflet. First of all, we need to know what is a leaflet. Well, to sum up, a leaflet is a much smaller version of a brochure. It contains information and it is visually attractive. There are several types of leaflets. There is the single fold leaflet. This is the most common one, as the roll fold that we will see continuously. We also have uh, the zigzag fold. Has 3 panels. Then we also have the crossfold. It is basically for maps. The open gatefold. This leaflet contains much more information as the closed gatefold. And we also have the roll fold leaflet, as I mentioned before.
Now we're going to go through some of the leaflets that each of one of us did. First, we go with the Puno one, that is a roll full title leaflet, and it was mine. We have the the cover page with the title, My Name is Baru, the title of the unit, a reference image there, and how Puno sounds like. There's a title of this sort of information that is about music or dances. Then we have the location of Puno and the reference map. We have some information about the main dance in Puno and some typical dishes from this place. We then also have Camila's leaflet, Apurimac, a concertina full type leaflet. This one also has reference images, some important facts about the location or population of this city. We also have famous singers and dances. We then have the sources of the information. We have some typical dishes and some touristic or important places. We have Maria Fernandez leaflet that was from Ancash, a roll full type leaflet. This also has reference images and has a map of the city. We can also observe some place to visit and some typical music from this place. Then we have Fabricio's leaflet, Madre de Dios concertina type fold leaflet. We have the title of the unit, that is My Name is Peru, the flag, the location, and the population of this department. Then in the body, we have some touristic places, some restaurants, some dances, and also we have typical dishes from this place. Finally, we have Angelo's leaflet, Ayacucho, a closed gate type leaflet. This one has also the name of the unit, My Name is Peru, has also a map from Ayacucho, some touristic places from Ayacucho and their flag. We can observe some typical dances and dishes, and we also can see QR codes that can lead you to some songs from this city.
Now we have the infographics where there are the five of the group, and there are of Madre Dios, Puno, Ayacucho, Apurimac, and the last one that I don't know what it is. In this infographic, we try to put five of our more interesting parts of the department that we investigate.
And finally, I'm going to answer the inquiry question, our conceptual question. What are we doing for our independence bicentennial in the year 2021? By 2021, police justice reform will have been implemented, and democratic institutions will begin a truth finding process.
Then, as the last part, we have the metacognition, in which we have to answer 5 questions about the process of the leaflet and the PPT. As the first question, we have what I have learned. Well, in this PPT and the process of the leaflet, what I can say I have learned is more about the departments and the culture that they show us that is more that we can see. Also, so part that the first time where in my case, when I first do my leaflet, I cannot see some parts that then that now I can like research more or the worksheets so I can have a best view of the information that I have already researched.
Then we have the question of how did I learn it? And I think that we learn it by the worksheets that it give us the miss, also the information that give us the miss by the by the virtual notebook and some web page where we recollect all the information that we have to put in the leaflet.
Our first question is what parts of the task were easy, difficult, or new? Well, I consider that throughout the second semester, the easy part was the procedure of the leaflet because we had all the second bimester to do it with different worksheets. The difficult part, I would say, was the PPT because we need to arrange all the worksheets we have developed throughout the second bimester and how to separate each part for each one to speak.
We have the fourth question. It is, how is this useful to me? This investigation and on this unit was very useful for each one of us. This can give some sort of identity or some sense of identity based on our Peruvian characteristics from different departments or different types of music or food and some more.
So the last one question that how we can improve, I can say that we can improve this PPT as having more time. As we have to record some parts as showing the portfolios. So what they can say of this, if we could have more time, we could improve more, like adding some videos, some parts of the portfolios too. Thank you.